Hello, parents. I hope you had a wonderful day, wonderful week. I wanted to talk a little bit about language development and the importance of speaking to your child, your infant, as soon as possible, as soon as they're born. Speak to them. Your voice will be a little higher and more pleasant, right? Because children, their hearing is very acute when they're born. Their vision, not so much. They're actually legally blind at birth. However, their hearing is so acute, and and they recognize the parents, especially mom, early on. You smell and your voice. They recognize that really early on. So it's really important to speak to them as much as possible. And what do you talk about? Well, you can touch your cheek and say, "Oh, look at those cheeks," or "Look at that nose." Mommy's stroking your hair. "Oh, look at that belly." Just talk to them. And while you're doing that, so you're touching them and you're narrating what you're doing, you narrate what they're doing, it really helps develop their expressive and receptive language. So the language that they hear and the language that they produce. So the things that they understand would be the receptive. So also it helps develop reading later on. So studies have shown that the more words children hear, the better they perform academically, especially reading. So please talk to your child as much as possible. And like I said, the fact that when you narrate what you're doing, what they're doing, that really helps promote language. And also make eye contact when you're doing it. So that way, you're engaging them and you see if they're engaging too. It will help you recognize if there are any skill deficits, if your child is not meeting certain milestones, right? Because if they're not cooing, you've been doing this for 3 months and they're not responding by cooing, that's something that you can talk to your doctor about. Or they're not reaching with their hand while they're on their back and you're talking to them. Again, that's another concern, right? So, or if you're moving something and they're not tracking, if they're not looking at you as you move, again. So these are things. So while you're doing that, while you're engaged with your baby, then you can learn more about them and be able to talk to your doctor about whether or not they're meeting skill depth, they're meeting their milestones, so that way they can address any deficits as soon as possible. All right, have a wonderful weekend. God bless you.